Hello YouTube, this is Freza and today I'll be showing you how to make a GUI using ROBLOX Lua programming language. First of all, like in the last two tutorials, you'll want to view Explorer, view Properties and view Output. With that open, you'll want to go to the Players folder, then your character name, and then open up Player GUI and click on it so that it's highlighted in a dark blue colour. Next you'll want to go to Insert, Object, and then Screen GUI. It'll show up as a white page with blue on top, like a browser, and then click OK. And then change the name to Reset, and insert. Once you've highlighted your new GUI, you'll want to insert Object Text button inside it, and once you've got your Screen GUI and your text button, you'll want to put a script inside the text button, because that's what you'll be clicking. Well, first of all, this GUI is going to be a reset GUI, which will kill the player. We'll want to make it big enough to actually see it though. It's virtually non-existent right now, so let's mess it in with the scale till okay, 1, 1 in the X and Y coordinates will make it the size of your screen, so we don't want that. Let's try changing it to 0.1, 0.25, 0.05, and I'll make this 0.1. Yeah, 0.1, 0.1 is pretty good. You can change the background colour and border colour of the GUI to personalise it. And the font, which is very limited, you only have a few options. We'll go with Arial, and preset sizes. It's pretty limited. And last of all, we'll change the text from button to reset. Now that we've got our buttons features out of the way, we'll go into the script. First of all, the function name. I'll name it function.on_clicked, and then put in the end, since the blue line here next to function tells us that we need an end, and then a connection line. You want to write script.parent.MouseButton1Click connect, and then the function name, which is onClicked. And now that we've got the basics out of the way, it's pretty simple from here on out. First of all, you want to check your the parents. So your script's parent is the text button, and your script's parent's parent is the reset, and the script's parent's parent's parent is the player GUI. So we'll want to, well, first of all, script.disabled equals true. Wait, script.disabled equals false. This won't actually do anything, because once your health's 0, there's nothing. Well, anyway, we'll be changing what this button will do later, so we'll put this in anyway. And script.parent.parent.parent.character, and of course character, since we're relating from the character to the character from the player. from the character and workspace, we'll change the humanoid dot health equals 0, and there we go. First of all, before you kill yourself, right click, copy your reset GUI and put it in starter GUI. I myself have lost countless GUIs by putting it in my player GUI and then getting rid of it without realising I had not saved it or put it in my starter GUI. A very easy mistake to make. I actually had to check that it was MouseButton1Clicked, since I haven't actually written any GUI scripts in a while, but it's quite hard to remember because there's a lot of similar mouse related functions, but it is MouseButton1Click. In case you forget, you could always write a notepad file like showing all of the function connection lines in case you forget. I have a pretty bad memory, so I always have trouble remembering function names. That I don't use often. Well, of course, you can change the name of the function, so these aren't very accurate, but it's handy to keep a file like that in case you ever forget the connection lines. Now let's test this. And it works. You die when you click the reset GUI. Most people think that GUIs are very hard to make, but in actuality they're very easy. And you can use them for like a character selection menu in something like a Naruto game, or a walk speed changer, or a tool giver. So yeah, they've got an unlimited amount of uses. Or you could even make a building tool GUI which rotates a brick or something like that. Actually, let's test that. Let's change the text button's text to rotate brick. Oh right, oops, meant to change it in player GUI. Rotate brick. Okay, and we'll make the GUI's X size coordinates 50% bigger or 75% bigger, and then we'll change the script a little. First of all, we'll get rid of the line that kills us, and before the script starts we'll tag our player. Script.parent.parent.parent.parent. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. In case we need it later. And we'll want to do instance.new part x equals. Instead of writing like x equals instance.new part and then x.parent equals game.workspace, another thing you can do to list the parent of an inserted instance object is after the last parenthesis, quotation mark, you put a comma, and then you can this will assume that you're talking about its parent now, so it will insert the instance of part into game.workspace or just workspace. Of course you can use either method, but this keeps it in one line and is fairly easy. So this will insert the instance into workspace, and x.size equals vector last tutorial. I'm going through it fairly quickly. Another thing you can do to make bricks look nicer is x.top surface equals smooth, x.bottom surface equals smooth. What this does is on Roblox the top surface of bricks tend to be outlets, which are like little Lego pieces popping out of the top of the brick, and the bottom piece of the brick has inlets which go inside the brick, and it looks kind of annoying and Lego-ish, so I tend to remove these when I create it apart. And x.brickColor equals brickColor.new red. With colours, if you're creating an object and you can't be bothered looking for all the colour names, bright blue, bright red, there's a few colours like these where it's just bright and then non-capital, red, blue, green, so they're quite easy to remember. So you don't need to insert the brick, check the colours and blah 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 blah. So I'll insert a bright blue brick. And next is the interesting part. We're going to create a loop which rotates the brick. For rotate equals 152 weight and x.cFrame equals x.cFrame, and we're not going to change the C-frame. What we're going to do is make it equals its own C-frame times CFrame.Angles 0.100, and this will rotate the brick around the x-axis. Of course, brick rotation, it's a lot more handy than you may think. Of course, I rarely use it. The only time I can recall using it actually is for things like making PAM rotation in my Naruto game look like it's actually rotating, or pointless features like making an ice shield spin. But it does make it look a lot nicer. You can also C-frame it while changing its angle to make a door look like it's actually opening, which is pretty cool. And I forgot to anchor the brick. Lovely. So I'm going to anchor the brick. x.anchor equals true. At least we know it works. And we're going to wait 5x remove. And let's just clear this part out. Make sure you don't delete your base plate. And as you can see, we have a nice rotating brick. I'm going to make it rotate 0.05 and change the amount of rotations to 200. This will be slower and smoother. And as you can see, it looks very nice. This can be used for things like obstacle courses or well, things like that. Another thing that I forgot to do in my previous tutorials is show you the clone function. It's an inbuilt function. It's used for replicating an item. Let's say you want to replicate a sword and give it to the player. Well, first of all, we'll actually need a sword. I'm going to change this to sword. And I'm going to change the size to 0.3. Where did the weapons store again? Here. In the weapons folder, in Roblox sets, you'll want to click on the lighting folder, which is shows an icon of a light bulb, and then click on the sword, and it will insert Oh yeah, we'll insert this into workspace for some reason. Forgot about that. Thanks Roblox. We'll just right click and cut the linked sword and put it in your lighting folder here. And now we have the sword in the lighting folder. And we're going to get rid of this code here, and going to change this to sword equals game dot lighting dot linked sword, and the inbuilt function, which is like that. Just this. You just type where the item is and then write this in. Clone and then double brackets with nothing in it. And then you need to give it a parent. Sword dot parent equals player dot backpack. And what this will do is it will clone a linked sword from the lighting folder, and it will put the sword inside your backpack. But the player will be able to spam this and give themselves thousands of swords, which could lag your game. So what we'll want to do is if player.backpack find first child linked sword is equal to null, then end. Oh, can't parent something that doesn't exist. There. And this will check if the player's backpack does not have a linked sword, and if it doesn't have a linked sword, it will give them a linked sword. If statements come in handy for this sort of thing. And here, now I have a linked sword. Oh yeah, the problem is because when you equip the sword, it goes from your backpack to your character. So you'll be able to have two. So what we'll want to do is kind of nest the if statement. So before that, we'll check if player.character finds first child linked sword is equal to null, then and yeah, this will check if the player's character in workspace has the linked sword equipped, and if it doesn't, then it will check their backpack to see if they have a sword equipped. I mean unequipped, and then it will give them a linked sword. So we're being very cautious with this script, because that's what players love to do, find tiny bugs. And now if you have the sword unequipped, it will not give you another sword, and if you have it equipped, you still will not get another sword. What this can be used for is character selection menus in a fighting game. You could create like a backing GUI, and this could be like a character's picture instead, and yeah, it's pretty handy. And unless you want to have a fighting game where the character selection is like a room, like in Dare Force kind of game, where you walk to the character's picture and stand in a brick and get teleported to a map. So yeah, on that note, I'm going to make it teleport the player and remove the GUI to give you an idea of what I mean. Player.character.torso.CFrame equals vector3.new 000 script dot parent remove. There we go. And like before, we'll copy this and put it in starter GUI. And you'll want to go to position and change the first number to 0.3, and I'm just going to change the colour to blue. There. And what this will do is, whoops. What this will do is it will check if the player has not got a sword, and if they don't have a sword, it will give them a sword and teleport them to a location, and then it will remove the GUI. So let's test this out, shall we? And we have an error. Okay, it's on. You can use output to find errors in your code by. First of all, it shows you where the error is caused. It's in players, Friaza, player GUI, and sword giver. So we know it's in a sword giver GUI. And then it says text button in script. That shows that it's in the text button, and it's inside the script. And the 9 here means that it's on line 9 of the script, which is here. And it's saying CFrame expected got user data. So yeah, we'll want to make this CFrame.New. Because position doesn't work with CFrame. And we'll want to delete the sword in our backpack too. The output can be very handy for finding errors in your code. Otherwise it would take hours looking through every line of your code, trying to find where that blasted error is and what's causing the problem. And yeah, it teleports us to the location. Although 000 isn't a very tactful location, but let's say you have an object here. We'll put a part in the map, and we are going to name that part char teleport, and we're going to make it invisible and change its can collide to false. Oh, we need to anchor that first. Okay, so now it's anchored, invisible, and it's called char teleport. And I'm going to remove the linked sword from my backpack once more, and instead of changing the C-frame to 000, we're going to change the C-frame to an object. So we're moving ourselves to the object of game. And what this will do is it will change the player's character's torso C-frame to the workspace.charteleport.cframe plus vector3.new 010, and this will teleport us 10 studs above the char teleport on the y-axis, so we won't get jammed in any bricks or anything. And let's test this out. And it works perfectly. You teleport above the char teleport and have your sword. Well, that wraps up the third tutorial. Please comment, rate, and even subscribe to my YouTube channel, NedgyHuga901, and watch the videos I make in the future. Thank you.